If I'm fixing it, I'm filming it. Hello everyone. Well, we have a furnace that's making a noise. And it's the air conditioner's turned on, but it's a clicking noise and you shouldn't hear that. And what I suspect it is this guy right here. I put a stick on it and into my ear, and that's where the sound comes. It's the loudest there. So we're going to have to replace that. And it's a White Rodgers 8A05A-101. And we picked one up. Okay, so we picked one up. Exact same replacement, and what's inside is a transformer and a relay. And a relay, that's the one that's buzzing. So I could have just replaced the relay, but must have replaced the whole unit. Both of them are old, so let's get that replaced. So first things first, we have to turn off the power before we can work on anything. Now, depending on where it is, ours is right up there. So if I turn that off, the sound goes away. And to make sure, I would go to the fuse panel and turn off the power. So this one says number 37. 1, 2, 3 down. Now let's confirm. So if I turn it on, the furnace should not come on. There we go. So we know the power is off. Everyone's safe. Okay. So let's take this apart. All of these wires, take your time and draw a schematic. I've already done it. Yours could be different, so don't go by my drawing. Go by what you have, and you trace each wire. Make sure it's going, and you double check before you start taking things apart. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is get this off. Now I know it's just 2 screws on this electrical box. One's right here and the other one is in behind here. So I'll do that right now. Okay, so after I pulled this off the box, I have to pull this cover off. Basically that's what it looked like. I have to pull that cover off. Now I can get to the wires. Now, since this is a transformer, some of these might still have a little juice left. So let's label everything, see where it all goes first. Okay, so I got a wire diagram and a picture of everything. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the wires in the back here. I won't touch these wires yet. So work on one set of wires first, and that way you won't get yourself too confused and all that. Okay, so I took the first Muret off, wire nut, and with my multimeter, I want to confirm there's no residue voltage on any of these lines before I touch them. So basically, we'll put this one on ground. And we'll touch it. Okay, so we have no voltage on that one. That's safe to touch. Yeah, 0.00 something is nothing. So you're okay, you're safe. So do that on each one. Take the wire nut off and then put your probe on it and make sure there's no voltage on it. If there is voltage, just keep your multimeter connected and it'll slowly drain the voltage out of it. That's the safest way to make sure that transformer doesn't have any residue voltage in it. Okay, so I got all the wires off. And I just put the morettes back on just to make sure to keep the wires together that they were supposed to be together. So let's put in the new one. So we'll put in the new one. We'll feed the wires through that. And let's connect everything. And like I said, don't worry about those wires yet. We'll do that after we get the new one hanging in here. Okay, everything's connected, nice and tight. Let's put this cover back on, get it screwed in, and then we could do our attention to those wires. I got the new transformer and relay box installed onto the outlet, and like I said, there was one screw here and then one in the very back. That was nice. This was able to turn. You could just see that screw right there. Okay, so everything is good, ready to go now. See, I've got all my wires here and all my wires here. So, one at a time, let's transfer these wires over here to the exact same spot. Shouldn't be that hard. Okay, just one terminal at a time. That way you won't have any stray wires. So just work with one terminal at a time. And so far I'm on my third terminal. Everything is looking good. So nice and slow. Take your time. Okay, so we've got everything connected. Nice and tight. Make sure you didn't bump anything loose like this moret here. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, looks like everything was hooked up the way it was. So let's go turn on our breakers and turn on the furnace and let's see what happens. Okay, I've got the breakers turned on. Moment of truth here. Let's turn on our... Okay, well, she's running. It's nice and quiet.